blinding. Okay, so transducer, abdomen. Okay, so for the first picture, it's the left lobe of the liver, so we're going to be going to the left side of her. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it right in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and just decrease my depth, take a deep breath, and hold it. Okay, so I need to move to the left because we're not allowed to have any major landmarks or any major vessels. So I'm going to go all the way to the left, and this is all left lobe of the liver, all of this triangle shape, and I'm angling until I have nothing. All right, so I just swept through the entire left lobe of the liver, the lateral left portion. Yeah,
That's
so,
still heart.
yeah, you can see a piece of it. So it's up here. It's just kind of, you can see a little piece of it. All right, so I'm going to go back now. Thank you. Angle to the left. So any of these is the left lobe of your liver, the lateral left portion. So if I was scanning in the real world, I would freeze, take that, freeze, take that, freeze, take that, freeze, take that, freeze, take that. You know, obviously I make it look good. But for you guys, you're just going to kind of stop here, decrease your depth.
So the area where it looks like there's a light shining down from the liver, is that gas?
This, yeah.
Okay.
So from near field to far field, I'm looking pretty good with my liver there. That looked a little dark, so I'm fixing that. I'm going to let her breathe.
So only this
So
is
see
diaphragm?
when she breathes, yeah. So the echogenic portion, like up here, your diaphragm goes like kind of
But
like
then
this.
this isn't. This is liver capsule.
Yes.
Okay. It's important
So
'cause-
you don't want to show like a lot of that stuff. So you don't want to
Mhm.
be up high like this. You want to be right to the edge and like that. So see when I froze it, it cut the liver off. Just rewind back and it's good. So we are not cut off on this side, which is good, right? But our main focus is not to cut this off here. So that's your first picture. So again, midline. Deep breath and hold it. Angle off to the left where we just have a bunch of liver. So I could take this picture, I could take this picture, I could take this picture, I could take this picture. As long as I don't start getting like pancreas and all the vessels, you're good. So you can take like any of those. If I wanted to take this, I could. So in the real world, I would take something like that and then take a few back like this. You guys are just gonna stop and take one. So even that right there is fine. So any questions about depth, focus, TGC, or gain? Why I have any of the settings
It's
there?
because very superficial. That we don't need too much TGC, right?
Yeah, so for the most part, the sound's not having to go too far down, so we're not having to adjust anything because, you know, it's kind of all right there.
How about the shadow at the left? Which
The heart?
Oh, this is heart.
Yeah, so the shadows outside of the liver, we're not going to worry about. We only want to focus on what's happening inside the liver capsule or inside the liver.
But you don't want heart in there, right?
No, so this is okay. I could slide down a little bit more and put it right to the edge, but that's okay.
But I noticed you wrote elongate the aorta for the second picture.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, you kind of cut off the aorta.
Let's
Not on
get
the
to
left
that one.
lobe.
Oh, okay.
So the left, yeah.
Okay,
The
that's
furthest left is
So
the first picture.
it is fine for the tips to be cut off.
For this side, yes,
Mhm.
not this
Okay.
side.
All right.
What about
Because you still looked at it, right? So this little piece of liver, you went over there and you looked at it, you just didn't take a picture of it.
so you know, like with the aorta, we had to have it straight across the screen. So like that with it angled up in a triangle, we don't have to like toe it to where we bring.
No,
Bring it-
this line should be straight across. So
Okay.
you would never do anything like this with your liver or like this.
Oh,
It should be
okay.
straight across like
Okay.
that. So deep breath and hold it. So if I angle off to the left, yeah, you wouldn't want to be like this or like this. You want it straight across. So that's your first one. So now every picture I take after this, I'm going to be angling back towards her right side. Doesn't mean that I'm on her right side. I'm just angling back towards her right side. Go ahead and breathe first.
Sorry, I got breathing problems.
Oh, great. Just kidding.
Have you
Hey.
seen any pathology pointed out to you or no?
Not right now in front of everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
I would tell her first, and then she would
Yeah.
decide. Okay, so again, I'm angling off to the left. Now I'm going to come back this way, and I'm looking for my aorta, right?
So you're doing?
No, I'm just angling
Angling.
back over. So angling back this way. So there's my aorta. Now the goal isn't to get a pretty aorta. The goal is to get the liver, right? Now because the aorta is there, we still want to make sure it looks pretty decent. But I'm going to put my focus up under the liver, and you can TGC the aorta a little bit. Yeah. It's at an angle, so there's no point. Go ahead and breathe. So we're not focused on getting a nice aorta, we're focused on getting a piece of the liver next to the aorta. So again, you want to make sure that you're not cutting your liver off. Everything looks nice and open, your aorta is there, and freeze. Okay, see how there's motion in that picture? And this is cut off. I'm going to roll back, and now there's no motion. Does anyone have a question as to where my depth is? Like, why isn't it all the way under the liver?
Just don't want
How
to
many,
show the landmark.
Yeah, we want to show the landmark, so we're going to leave the landmark in.
How many pictures we need to get from the left lobe?
Just one?
Just
Your whole protocol is right. There's 15 pictures total.
Total. But how many from the left lobe?
It'll
So
tell
look
you
at
which
your
one.
list.
Right here.
Oh,
So it's going to tell you exactly what
Left
you're
long,
supposed to get.
And then 3 left trans.
And focus, we bring it to like the
Right under the liver.
right under that. Okay.
Okay? So, deep breath and hold it. So I was all the way over here from my first picture. Now I'm angling back towards me.
Medial,
There's my aorta. So my next one's my IVC. So I'm going to keep going, and you'll kind of see that opening up right under the liver there. So I'm going to decrease my depth. That's too close. So I'm going to put it back. I'm going to make sure my focus is right under that. I'm going to lighten just a little bit and freeze.
Under the IVC?
My focus, because we're focusing
yeah, yeah.
just on the liver.
Mhm.
So there's no liver under here. We're just
Yeah.
up here.
Gotcha.
Now you still have to make sure that your IVC and aorta are completely opened,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to make sure you still have that. You don't have to TGC it. Actually, yeah, TGC your IVC. The aorta, we don't have to worry about doing that, but it's a good habit to always just do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it would be nice to have that nice and cleared out. So that is your oh, I didn't take the aorta picture. My
yeah.
goodness. Deep breath and hold it.
For annotation purposes, I know you've got the long liver left. Do we need to say AO or IVC?
Nope.
Nothing like that to when we get it?
If you want to for right now to know which picture it is, you can. But no, as far as like in the real world and you're scanning, you just put long liver left. Because again, these are just landmarks. It's not what we're looking at. So you would never
Mhm.
like put that on the screen because you're just looking at the long liver left.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at all this liver here.
And if you put like aorta and then your aorta sucks, then they're gonna yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So you don't want to put that. Okay, so now we're gonna do the left portal vein. So on the left lobe of the liver, this is actually your left portal vein, like here. So this picture is a little tricky because deep breath and hold it. Sometimes going from your aorta over to this, you kind of get it right here. So see how hers is like kind of going this way, and that is a really nice picture of a left portal vein. Some people's, and I'll have to show you guys, let's see if it's on here. So sometimes you have to keep angling over where you don't have the IVC in the picture. Oh, here. So right here, see this picture here? This is the same anatomy in this picture as in this picture. And what's the main difference? There's no IVC. So sometimes you have to like angle your IVC out to get this nicely. And if you do, that's fine. You just leave like a little bit of liver. You can't increase your depth all the way down because if you do, that's the right lobe down there. So you don't want to do that. You kind of leave a couple of inches under the left portal vein, and then you bring your focus all the way down to the bottom of the screen to cover the liver. So with her, we don't have to do that. We can still have the IVC there, and we get it there nicely. But for some reason, if hers, you couldn't get it, then you just get rid of that. I can't get that back in there now. Ugh, there we go. So I can try to deep breath and hold it. I'm going to try to make it where, there. Okay, so I really twisted my transducer, and now we have half of an IVC not, so you never want to do this, but pretend the IVC is gone. And then, so if this is the case, you would leave your depth there, and then you would put your focus here. So if we pretend that's not there, if you have like tissue under it, that's fine. Just make sure you don't increase your depth. Because if you did, if I was right here and I increased my depth, down here, that's your right lobe of the liver. This is left up here. So we don't want to do that. Okay? So that is all your left picture. So all I literally have to do is angle to the left or angle toward me to get all those pictures. Again, so I'm just going to run through them again. Deep breath and hold it.